14th start of the season. Marcus Morris is back after not playing Wednesday. Zubats, Paul George, and Reggie to win. They double Embiid on the opening possession. And the shot clock at 3. Here's Scott from outside.
To an open Mike Scott for 3, and that's what you want from your star. He's going to demand attention, so if he's just patient, you get to it.
Knocking down the foul line, Jay. It's 5-0 Philly. Paul George, as we mentioned, has been under the weather the last few days, not COVID-related, but it doesn't impact him there. He drops in the 3. He's made 138 on the year, career high in three-point percentage. And then Danny Green coming. Doc Rivers told us before the game they want him to take the second 3 rather than doing it early in the shot clock as he hits the fall away for his 4. Finals. Only missed the playoffs once in those 7 years, which when you consider the Clippers' history, that's quite an accomplishment. Now in his first year with Philly, and they've got a 15.
Shoot the 3, shoot the mid-range, or post up and just draw fouls. And that's why I think he's in the running for MVP, because he can do it all on both ends.
5th NBA season, 3rd overall pick back in 2014 as George has it rejected by Ben Simmons. Green with a 3 in transition. It's 20-3. Should still be able to make the layup, though. Here's Jackson to Morris for 3, and it's good as he...
And everybody buying in and understanding who's doing what has been great to see.
Paul George counted and won a 3-point. Clippers playing his 7th game with Los Angeles after coming over in a trade with the Hawks. And Rondo gets to the
back on the winning track, because we all felt the Clippers were good enough to be at least in the conference finals.
Here's Shake Milton getting to the rim and score. We'll see if this is the year, but a lot of competition out west. And right now, the 2 best teams in the league aren't the Clippers or the Lakers. It's Utah.
To continue his dominating ways offensively, because that is a talent that needs to be in this league.
3. Good defense by Mann. And DeMarcus Cousins takes it away. Ahead to Paul George. Korkmaz grabs him, and George gets the basket. Here's Milton being guarded by Terrence Mann. Shot clock at 2. Korkmaz gets rid of it, buries a 3.
It's top of the key, and he ISOs. He's going to make some of those shots, but when he catches on the post, we don't want to allow him to play. And he's a great player, so he's going to score easy points.
The second quarter in Philadelphia. Here's Maxey taking it to the cup, and he gets the layup. The rookie Monday getting into the game tonight for Philadelphia, the 35-year-old on his 15th NBA team. Jackson's 3 is good. And the lead for the Sixers, which was 17 early on, is down to 8. 3 minutes into the second quarter. They've turned the ball over 4 times in the last 4 minutes. And meanwhile, the Clippers continue the onslaught from the perimeter. Rondo's got 10 points off the bench and 2 threes. Scott looking to answer, done. 2 straight games at Milwaukee. So, as Lisa Salter said at the top of the telecast, for Joel Embiid and his candidacy...
his record when he was on the floor and what he does for his team and what he adds to.
They know that I'm either going to get fouled or it's a bucket. So I'm not trying to make the case for him.
Philadelphia leading the Clippers midway through the second quarter, 43-29. Here's Jackson for 3. It's good. Reggie Jackson. Simmons pokes it away from Morris. Led the league in steals a year ago, but it ends up in Patterson's hands, and then Simmons. And it's a 13-point Philadelphia lead. Here's Simmons. There's how you throw it down at that time. 3 on 3. Paul George going all the way. And Ben Simmons thought he was pushed as George.
Almost 30 points a game or 30 points a game and keeping his team afloat and in contention of being in the playoffs.
They have 9 twos as well and a 16-point lead. They led by 17 3 minutes into the game. Patrick Patterson comes.
He one dribble past the pick, and the ball is already bounced past to Patterson before the defense can recover, and he has an open 3.
Paul George trying to get the step back. Danny Green would not leave his feet, though. Patterson going to try again, hit it again.
He's causing these turnovers and deflections. I mean, that's what you want.
He's bought in, there's no question, to the team defensive concept. Trying to drive and dish. It's a great pass. Green can't pay it off, though, but the long rebound comes right back to him. Now it's Thybulle rising. His 3 is good. You know, Ty Lue has learned a lot from Doc Rivers over the years, working closely with him for Los Angeles as an assistant on 2 different today. And he coached him for 10 games in Orlando, and he said just that experience alone, he knew that Ty Lue would be.
He had it for a year. He said, I only had it for 10 games. That says a lot about Ty Lue, and you knew he was destined to be in this position. Get their hands in the passing lane or at the dribbler, making it tough to get downhill, and then you see the ball moving on the other end. And now they have single coverage, but great defense.
Here's Korkmaz putting it on the floor, hangs in the air. No, there's Embiid, though, with a follow jam. Embiid with 17 points and 11 rebounds in just over 19 minutes of work.
I mean, you know Korkmaz to be a three-point shooter, but they gone through last year. Obviously, the agony of defeat and just not living up to what their potential is. And, you know, who will be back, who are back from last year's team. So I think they have an opportunity.
Embiid underneath, lays it in with the left. Here's Jackson. Nice skip pass to Paul George. He's got 23 points. Now, excellent look to Zubac for the
The guys used the floater. That was an example of you're falling down. Most guys are falling. You still try to just shoot it. So he, just a nice, easy floater.
They're only down 6 with 4 minutes to go here in the third. Shake Milton on the floor, got foul trouble in the first half. Good pass to Ben Simmons underneath. And then Thibault comes back, almost gets a steal, but it's Clipper ball down 6. Rondo feeds George, stepping into a 3.
Situational player. He knows Paul George is on fire. And this is where I like to see Embiid. This is where he can make his money. You can't. It's tough to pin down for him just to get him, or pick and roll, pick and pop to get him in the center of the floor and let him do his thing. Either shoot the ball. Oh, here it is right here. This is where he needs to be. Now you have a decision to make. If you double, you have three-point shooters all the way around.
Quarter. And he's made just about every shot he's taken here in the quarter. He's 11 of 21 now for the field, and he's still going. 32.
I mean, they put shooters around him, so if he could stay healthy, stay locked in and committed, he'll be in the talks for MVP.
Turnover. Maxey driving. Tolliver. Korkmaz going to try it again. That one's good for him.
And I think it's good for basketball, being that it's still a pandemic and not a lot of fans there. You want to keep the interest. And I was thoroughly entertained.
Or he pointed to himself, looking at himself would be tough. Here's Kennard on the drive, kicks to Patterson. Another 3, 14.
Will be wide open for 3 on the backside.
Now Kennard with the assist. 3-point game here. Simmons got good post-up position.
His gifted athletic ability and putting it all together, and he's just playing great basketball. You see what he's doing in the paint.
Behind the arc to take a 1-point lead here in Philadelphia. This happened to the Sixers the other night. Had the big lead against Brooklyn. The Nets came back with Philly 82 apiece. 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in Philadelphia. Dave Pasch and Vince Carter coming to you from our respective homes. Turnaround jumper goes for Morris to Tobias Harris because of knee soreness. Second game he's missed this week. And also Seth Curry out with a hip injury, as Nicole was about.
Dave, was that a foul without the ball in play? Maybe
that could have been what it was. That's a good game. Tied at 94. Here's Simmons penetrating and kicking. 3 ball on the way. Good. A couple minutes, got to 33 points. Has missed his last 4 shots from the floor. Ooh, but he's going to score here. A great Batum. Boy, tough shot there. Paul George for 3. Comes up short. Gets it right back. Pinballs to him. And he gets the layup to make it a 3-point game again. Simmons lobbing it down court to Korkmaz, who scored.
Handling the business for their team.
12-4 run by Philly. Great call out of the time.
Clippers, that's who you want to take the shot. If you're going to sacrifice a man open, that's who you want.
Reggie Jackson drills a triple from the corner. The Clippers, the #1 3-point shooting team in the NBA. They don't have a timeout. They got to get it in. They do here to Morris. Morris for 3. No good. Loose ball. Thibault has it. Embiid able to keep it and runs out the clock, and Philadelphia wins.
I mean, you're playing with fire. I mean, great defensive effort. I think the Sixers were playing with fire without with not fouling, because Morris could have easily made that 3. We go to overtime.
But also to your point about how long